Hey everyone, my name is Rhonda Robson and welcome to my fluid art channel. I am a fluid artist in the middle of the United States of America in Sioux City, Iowa. Today we are going to be doing multiple blooms, like 6 or 7 or something like that. And I am going to be working with 2 different canvases. One I'm going to get done right away, and the other one, it's going to take me a while. So sit back and let's get going. So let me tell you about the materials that I'm using and the materials you would need if you wanted to do this. Sherwin-Williams Semi-Gloss Ultra White Paint, acrylic paints, your color, your style, Sherwin-Williams Semi-Gloss Base C, MinWax Polyacrylic Clear Gloss, American Floetrol, MinWax Wood Conditioner, water, some containers, and some sticks or spoons to stir with. And right now I'm putting on the first element, which is what I call the pillow paint. And the pillow paint is Sherwin-Williams Semi-Gloss Ultra White. Okay, so the second element is acrylic paints, your color, your style. So today I'm going to be doing charcoal gray with rose gold and silver. I thought about putting some interference gold on this, and then I decided to keep it just the 3 colors. So you're going to kind of see me kind of hesitate here in this video. It's like, no, I'm not going to put that interference gold on there. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and just layer a few more colors on it, but it's the same colors. So just put a few more layers of the rose gold and then the charcoal gray. And it's almost black. It looks like it's black here, but it's charcoal gray. Okay, so now it's time for element number 3, which is our cell activator. And in this particular one, I did cell activator number 1, and I have 3 different recipes. And so I'll make sure I put it down below, and I'll also link this one in particular right here with cell activator number 1 and show you how to do that. I have a video for that, so you can kind of watch that. I'm not really great at blowing these out right in this particular time. I'm much better now, but at this point I was not. And so I'm just kind of gonna play with this here in a little bit. It looks like it's working somewhat with some web effect, but then it wasn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some more color in here, put some more rose gold and a little bit more of the charcoal gray on top of that, just kind of layering it again, and a little bit of the silver. And let's try it again with me blowing this out. All right, let's put a little bit more of the rose gold. By the way, my daughter-in-law and my son, their wedding were these colors, and so I'm making this as a Christmas present for them. All right, well, let's try to blow this out again and see if I can do a better job this time with blowing it out. The key with blowing out the cell activator is you've got to go down and then across the paints. And I was still trying to figure that out in this process, but what I've discovered is that you can't just blow down and then move the paint. You actually have to blow down and then across, and so you just have to keep trying. That's the one thing that I learned with this bloom technique, is I just had to keep trying and keep blowing in different ways and learning actually how to blow out the cell activator. So this isn't horrible, so I'm just going to take my little skewer here and I'm going to make some designs through it and see what we come up with. So one of my favorite things to do when I'm doing the skewer is bringing the white from outside, or the pillow paint, and bringing that into the center. And I just really like that. Sometimes I make swirly cues and sometimes I don't. All right, so let's just spin this out and see what we come up with. And it actually looks pretty cool. So I was very happy with how it spun out, and I'm just going to spin it just a little bit more to get a little bit of the excess paint off. You don't want too much paint on there because it can crack, but yeah, this is really pretty. I really like it. Okay, so here are the wet results. I actually gave these away to my daughter-in-law and my son for Christmas, so I don't have the dried result pictures. I should have just asked them to send me pictures of it, but I don't. So I'm just going to keep doing some blooms here, and on this canvas in particular, I am going to be doing multiple different tries. And the thing I like about this, and the reason why I didn't want to just give you the one that worked, is that sometimes you just need to keep trying different types of techniques in order to get the results that you like. And it might not be the results that you were picturing in your mind of getting, but that if you work it for a long enough period of time, you're gonna end up with maybe something you like. And if you don't, you can always scrap it and use the wet paint for what I call leftover paint, or you can let it dry and then just paint over it again. Okay, so for this one, this bloom, I am using the blow dryer to blow the cell activator across the colors, and as that comes back into the center, I'm going to just kind of take my finger and go across the dry canvas with the wet paint so that the colors will spin off the canvas a little bit easier. So as the paint kind of comes back into the center, I'm kind of trying to decide what it is I really wanted to do with this one. So I'm going to blow on it a little bit more in the center, making it go down into the paint and kind of out, and hopefully making some cells. And as you can kind of see, I am starting to make some cells there. And while that's coming back into the center, I'm just going to make some curlicues around the edges just to kind of fan that out and make that a little softer, a little more fancy. And then, like in the beginning one that I told you, I love doing stuff in the center, especially if I have a bunch of white paint or a bunch of black paint or whatever the cell activator is. I like taking the white from the very edge, bringing it in and making a circle. So actually this one looks pretty cool. And I'm going to go ahead and spin this one out and see what it looks like. So here you go. What do you think? Kind of looks kind of cool. I'm just going to let the music kind of play and let you watch this. And if you want to fast forward to the end results, fast forward to the end results. Okay, so here is the wet one of that one. So I thought I liked it enough, but I really didn't. So here is bloom number 3. Again, the pillow paint, and now you just add in the colors as well. And I'm going to do it a little bit different layering. I think I started with the dark layering first, and on this one I'm going to go lighter. So anyway, I'm just going to let you watch again, and I'll come in and I'll talk when it might be something different. Oh, you did see me squirt in there the Artist Loft Ready Mix pouring paints. I'd run out of the silver, and so I just used that instead. And I discovered something in doing that, is that the thicker paint allowed the cell activator to do its work better. So what I discovered was my cell activator and my paint's consistency were a little too close, and I needed my paint colors to be a little thicker. So I discovered not to use water as much in these. And that's how I came up with my cell activator number 2 and my cell activator number 3. And my cell activator number 3 has 0 water in it. So although my cell activator number 1 and 2 both work well, my cell activator number 3 I think actually works a little bit better. But in this one happens to be cell activator number 1. So again, like I've done in the past, where I just bring it from the outside into the center and make kind of like a little swirlies, I'm just kind of doing that right now. All right, well, let's spin it out. Not bad, not horrible, but let's do it again. So let's go for bloom number 4, I think. Okay, so this one is, yeah, I'm not liking it either. So I'm just going to play with it again some more. Adding in a heart. I seem to add in more hearts. And yeah, it's just nothing I'm doing is I'm really liking anything right now. So I'm kind of thinking about what I'm trying to do. And at this time, I have decided to use a palette knife and do a swipe. So that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm just taking a kind of a, it's not even a palette knife, it's more like a spatula, and putting the cell activator on it. And then I'm just going to spin the piece and put the cell activator on top of it, which kind of worked and kind of didn't work. I didn't get it in the center. It kind of muddied things up a little bit. There are some cells kind of popping up, and if I probably would have waited long enough, I would have had some cells pop up there in the middle. But I just decided that I'm just going to go ahead and try to do more cell activator across the top and swiping it. And yeah, it's just becoming kind of that muddy mess that artists try not to create. And so anyway, I'll just let you watch me for a little bit. I'm even trying the hairdryer to kind of do what I've done with some ring pours, where I just take the edges and I blow the edges out, and that sometimes works really nice and looks really cool. On this one, it just makes it muddier. But again, like I said in the beginning, sometimes you just need to keep trying things before you discover, yeah, that doesn't work, or it does work. And if you don't try, you won't know. And so that's really what I'm doing right now, is I'm just trying different things, trying to blow it out, make it look kind of cool. And it's just, I mean, you can see it, it's just not looking that great right now. Here's where I'm deciding what I'm trying to do. I'm just kind of looking at this, trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing. I'm kind of cleaning up my mess, and yeah, I'm gonna play with my putty knife, my palette knife here, and see if I can maybe make some really cool designs in it. It's white underneath, and so it's not really doing anything. So yeah, I'm just playing with paints. Which that's what I normally do, but you know, sometimes you want a certain result and you're not getting it, and so you just kind of start playing, and that's what I'm doing right now, is just playing. What can I do? What kind of design can I make right now? That's what I'm thinking. So here is like a apparatus that I have that looks like a comb, And sometimes it works really cool. In fact, I just did it on a couple videos ago, which I absolutely love the results of it on. But for this one, obviously, it's okay, but it's not what I wanted. So I'm going to smooth it out here and create a different pour again. So we're going to do pour number 5 or 6, maybe. I'm losing track of and what number it actually is. Okay, so here we go with bloom number 5. I'm just going to layer my paints again, and the rose gold happens to be thicker. I didn't add any water to this one, so it does help with the cell activator. I'm putting some black cell activator on there right now because I didn't have any more of the charcoal gray, so I just wanted, well, let's just put some of the black. And then I'm taking the white cell activator, putting it on my spatula again, and then I'm just going to put it in the center and spin it out and see what happens. And I got a lot of the white paint in the center, but you can kind of see the cells starting to pop up in that kind of that second layer around the center. And yeah, it looks nice, but that center is just got too much white in it. So I'm just going to kind of play with it here. And yeah, you'll see what happens. Yeah, too much black now. You just have to laugh at yourself sometimes when you're doing these type of things, because you're like, okay, well, that didn't work. So, well, here we go. We're going to try to stretch the paint a little bit, and then we're going to spin it out, and let's see what happens. It's kind of looking wonky, isn't it? Yep, it's super wonky. Well, anyway, so let's just try to put some more paint, some more cell activator on our spatula, and let's try this again. What is this, like number 6? Yeah, some of the cells are in the center. Those are from the first one. Yeah, it's just not really working for me right now. So I'm just kind of, you can see some cells popping through around the, perimeter on the edge. But I'm just going to do this again. We're just going to do this one more time, just one more time. So I've got the rose gold. Now that's the cell activator black that I have. And that's cell activator black number 1. And then we're going to put the cell activator white number 1 on my spatula again, and then let's try this again. And that looks kind of cool. Oh, look at some of the cells are starting to pop up. I think this is going to look really cool. Yeah, I like it. I like this one a lot. It's a good thing I said last one, and I just kept on going, right? Oh, anyway, I'm just going to let you kind of watch this one just pop up and watch the cells just form. It's super cool. So I'm just going to let the music take it from here. Okay, so what do you think? I mean, there's quite a few cells that popped up there. I wish it had a little less white in the center, but it looks really cool. So hopefully you like this one too. And here are the wet results. Some really super cool looking pictures here. And I didn't really get any dried result ones. I've already given them away. These are the colors I used: charcoal gray, the rose gold, and the silver. And those are the only 3 colors I used other than white and then that black cell activator.
Thanks for joining me today. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell. And if you like this video, I bet you're gonna like these as well. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye. Bye!